is continuing to be your policy is not worthy of a prime minister. No prime minister should make it easier. No prime minister should make it easier for Quebec to separate.
Next question. You, ma'am. Yes. No. Sorry, ma'am. We have a question right here. Sorry, ma'am. The way this works is I just asked ma'am to have a question, and we're going to ask you the question. Please bring her the mic. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry. Ma'am, I have given this woman the right. Please show respect for her. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm sorry I didn't get to your question, ma'am. You can send me a... Thank you.
Okay.
Please, go ahead.
Sorry. No, you can ask that Saudi Arabian question now because you shouted it out.
I'm sorry, but I'm just like, it's so hard to be patient here with all of these lies. Okay. Yes, that is one question. Why are we buying oil from Saudi Arabia, Mr. Trudeau? Number 2 question. I just read a report from Ontario where you said Sharia law was compatible with Canadian values. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Sorry. We're going to let her speak, and then we're
Number three question, Mr. Trudeau, is you've sold us out to globalism.
Okay.
You are not working for Canada. You are working for your globalist partners. I wonder how much they're paying you to betray Canada. Okay. What do we do with traitors in Canada, Mr. Trudeau? We used to hang them for treason. And you're doing that very same thing to us now. Okay. We know what you're doing. But you can start with the oil question first.
Okay.
You can take the next question. There we go.
Hi, so my name is Brenna, and can I just say what an honor it is in order to meet you. I'm 19, and my generation especially, I like to stand up for my generation. The one thing that I've always been, in the next couple of months, I'm actually going to be moving out of my parents' home and into my own apartment. The one thing I always have worried about is the average rent price in Toronto is about $2,200. I can't afford that. Even right now, I don't have a job. That's why I'm here today, in order to find one. If I wanted to afford that, I would have to make an average of $24 per hour. What is your opinion on that, and for the next generation? Thank you.
But you're allowed to buy all this oil from Venezuela, and the U.S. to transport oil from the Bucking Field to Irving Oil, killing 47 people. Why can't we build pipeline from here? Use our own resort, our own people, put people to work. When is this going to happen? The oil company are building refineries here, they're building trucks, they're doing everything, and we get everything built in Korea, in China, and everywhere, and are we laying people?
Sorry, we've got someone asking a question here, so please, go ahead.
And we're laying all kinds of people. And we get this oil company, they building plant, they get everything built in Korea. We build a bridge in town here, it's built in Korea, 2 years late, $20 million worth of repair on welding, where there's a shop that laid off hundreds of people. And nothing's done about it, and you're bringing more people, I'm okay with that, but what you going to do to find work for those people?
Another question. Yes. No, sorry, right there. It's right behind you.
I wrote some stuff down. All right, so obviously I'm also in metals here as well, Mr. Prime Minister, so it's a similar topic as well.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. I'm just going to step over here, if that's okay. My name is Brock Blaschuk. I'm a retired corporal with the Princess Patricia Canadian Light Infantry out of here in Edmonton, 1st Battalion. I served in the Canadian Armed Forces for 7 years. I deployed in Afghanistan back in 2009 until April 3rd, where I was obviously severely wounded by a roadside bomb or improvised explosive. As you can see, I've lost my left leg. I have 58% soft tissue loss and 88% nerve damage on my right leg. Back in August 24th, 2015, you made the promise, and I'll quote it here, "No veteran will be forced to fight their own government for the support and compensation they have earned." Yet you are still currently in a legal battle with veterans regarding equal support and compensation to their peers. As you can tell, we have two standard of veterans who fought in the same war. The ones prior to 2006 and the ones after 2006. There are two standards. One on the old Pension Act and one under this new lump sum or soon-to-be lifetime pension option. Which, by the way, Mr. Prime Minister, by what you just said here, through my own determination, I'm still at work. So technically, by what you said just a little while ago, I don't qualify for. Sorry.
No, so my question is... Thank you for being here. Thank you for your courage.
So my question is to you, Mr. Prime Minister, what veterans were you talking about? Because you have ISIL or ISIS members coming into a reintegration program. You did a backdoor deal with Omar Khadr with not even stepping into the courtroom. So again, my question is, what veterans were you talking about? Was it the ones that fought for the freedoms and values that you so proudly boast about, or was it the ones who fought against? Because honestly, Mr. Prime Minister, I was prepared to be injured in the line of duty when I joined the military. Nobody forced me to join the military. I was prepared to be killed in action. What I wasn't prepared for, Mr. Prime Minister, is Canada turning its back on me. So which veteran was it that you were talking about?
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your passion and your strength and being here today to share this justifiable frustration and anger with me and with all of us here. Thank you for having the courage to stand here, and thank you for listening to my answer. On a couple of elements you brought up. First of all, why are we still fighting against certain veterans groups in court? Because they're asking for more than we are able to give right now.
That we can build a strong economy with good jobs and protect the environment at the same time. That's what Canadians want. Here's the question for people in the room. Answer with a show of hands. Who in this room, put up your hand if you think climate change is real? Okay, there you go. That's what we have to adjust to. The world is changing, and our job as Canadians is to recognize that that brings with it challenges and opportunities. And my job is to help you prepare to overcome the challenges and take advantage of the opportunities. A price put on carbon pollution across the country. Now, we recognize that different jurisdictions will have different ways of doing that, and that's just fine. We just need to make sure that they're equivalent and similar in their stringency. Question from over here.
G'day, Justin.
Hello. What's your name?
Dan.
Hello, Dan.
Got to get my paper out here.
You got a few pages there. We're all worried.
Hours ago, Justin, I listened to you with other Canadians in Kingston. And at that time, you said that your federal government has a value of working relationship with the Canadian premiers. You stated that your working relation with our premier, Kathleen Wynne, is a solid one. I'm a private sector small business owner. At this time, with many small business owners across Ontario, know that the Premier is out of touch with the largest employment sector. And that you state that you have a good working relationship with our Premier and all of Canadian premiers tells me that you are out of with private sector. I began my career as a stonemason at the age of 15 with my father, eventually taking over the company on his retirement in 1999. My wife and I did everything right. We registered our company, we paid our bills, and we support the province and the country. We purchased accident and illness insurance to cover us 24/7, to protect us and our company. We hired our crew, who we are proud of and worked with for 17 years. We struggle. We work hard to care for our crew and our company. We implement a benefit package to assist them with dental and prescription drugs, among other things. Our company, although small, employs 7, seemingly small, but as you think about it, the 7 employees raise their children on their wages. It is a great responsibility, and now more than ever, a struggle to accomplish. Neither our province or our federal government seems interested in the responsibility of the struggle of thousands of Canadians, instead implementing tax after tax on the backs of exhausted workers. For example, we now have to pay workman's compensation on myself. And the only way I can collect this if I get injured is if I lay off my whole entire crew and shut my business down while I recuperate. That doesn't make any sense. And a reluctant tax grab that does not cover me except for my 24/7, which I pay for myself. Private sector small business is easily and often unheard. We have no formal voice, no union that sways votes. My question to you, Prime Minister, is how is any private sector small business owner struggle to be heard? Thank you.
Afterwards. Thank you. Okay, next question. Yes.
I'm greatly honored to be here today. I don't know much about liberals or conservatives or any of that. I'm just a Christian, single, hardworking mom who lives in rural Buckhorn, Ontario. Okay? I've overcome many things in my life, many hardships, from growing up in a single-parent household, to being a rape victim, to recovering from meningitis of the brain and undergoing multiple operations to survive for my family, to recovering from a medical error that left me in a coma for 3 days and being told I will never walk again. But I'm here today, Mr. Trudeau, very honored and proud to be a Canadian because we live in a system that offers medical help, and we offer programs that help people with disabilities go back to school and better themselves. And I did just that, Mr. Trudeau, but I feel like you have failed me, and I'm asking you here today to fix that. And here's my story. I learned to walk again when people told me I would never walk. I went back to college again when all my friends and neighbors told me, you're too old, you're crippled, nobody will ever hire you. I did all that, Mr. Trudeau. And 7 years ago, when I was hired by my employer as a PSW at Extended Care in Lakefield, that I'm very proud to work for, they never judged my disability, and I thrived. I thrived. I told my coworkers and my family that I'm Canadian, and 2 years from today, when I started that job, I told them I was going to buy my own home. A single mom living in Ontario, Canada, making $20 an hour. I lived off Kraft dinner, hot dogs, whatever it took to survive. But I bought that home, and I'm proud. But something's wrong now, Mr. Trudeau. My heat and hydro now cost me more than my mortgage. I now not only work 75 hours a week, I stay and work 15 hours a day just so I don't lose my home. My hydro bill, I want to share with you. A single family home, one person who works hard with a brace up to her leg, partially paralyzed every single day. I put that brace on, and I'm proud to be Canadian. But something's wrong with our system, and I have faith in you and God that you're going to work hard to fix it. How do you explain to a woman how she's supposed to pay a hydro bill $1,085? And I did it. I've done it. I've done it for the last year. I lived without hydro for 5 days after paying a $680 bill. They showed up one day. I came home from work in the hottest day of our last summer to go 5 days in the heat. I have epilepsy, a disability. I called and I begged our hydro company. They wouldn't do nothing. 5 days I lived in that heat. I'm asking you, Mr. Trudeau, and here is my question today. How do you justify to a mother of 4 children, 3 grandchildren, physical disabilities, and working up to 15 hours a day, how is it justified for you to ask me to pay a carbon tax when I only have $65 left of my paycheck every 2 weeks to feed my family? I'm asking you to fix our hydro system. I'm asking you to fix Canada. I'm asking you, Mr. Trudeau, I know we need HST. I know we need taxes to fix roads. I know we are a country that welcomes people from everywhere. Am I putting my faith in God and you that you're going to make our country a place that we can prosper again, that I don't have to wake up tomorrow and worry whether I'm thriving or I'm surviving. I don't have to go to work and eat instant oatmeal for lunch and live off Campbell's soup. I make almost $50,000 a year, Mr. Trudeau, and I'm living in energy poverty. Please tell me, how are you going to fix that for me and all of us in rural Ontario? Say.
Happy Pride.
So, what an incredible pleasure it is to be here today. As you know, we had been planning for weeks to come to Fredericton Pride to celebrate with all of you. Was always looking forward to having Hadrian with me to walk in the parade.
We were planning this morning to come and to announce to Canadians some good news that Conservatives are going to be presenting a motion this morning, and we'll be debating it today, that would see Canadians save a little bit of money at the pumps. We were hoping we could get agreement with the other parties and that we could see a reduction in taxes, just even a temporary GST and tax holiday for Canadians, and we were looking forward to getting some support on that. And we will be talking more about that shortly. My colleagues will be speaking about that. But something broke last night, and it was obviously something very important.